Northern Long Street face a weird, contradicting problem. Too many people, yet a low birth rate. As awareness of psychology grows, parenting becomes less attractive to younger generation. Trauma and poor upbringing lead to drugs and criminal issues in my neighborhood. But what if the problem isn't people, but the system? What if we tackle the root, find a better way to raise children? And what if we reimagine parenthood entirely? So in 2050, the government launched a new form of parenting, collective parents. This new program offers a solution. Five people can combine their DNA to create a child who is raised by all five. These plans aim to make parenting easier. To encourage participants, the government introduced benefits like free healthcare, education, and retirement incentives. They even tied to social credit system for extra appeal. As a pilot test, they built a special co-parenting hubs designed for 5 adults, focused on shared living space, communal child rearing areas, and built-in support system. If successful, they plan to expand the model across the city. The goal is simple: give every child the best possible start in life, creating a brighter future for all. With 5 parents sharing responsibilities, childcare becomes more efficient, freeing up time for careers and personal growth. And best of all, you are not just getting one parent, you get a whole dedicated team working together, harmonizing and work collectively to provide the best care possible. Okay, the boring part is over. Now we get to the fun part. What is it like to live in the house? Let's start with something small. Think about the bedtime story. Mama Thao reads about dragons. Mama Linda's robot. Papa Duck tells a war story. Mama might whisper math riddles. And Papa Home just hums. Last night they all came at once. Now I dream of dragons solving equation while helicopter hums. What the fuck? Oh, think about that. You know, like there's an unspoken rules. The children usually get exiled to another table so the adults can have fun and drinking. So probably you might get a whole room to yourself while eating your bánh or whatever. Meanwhile, across the next room, imagine 5 parents, each one have another 5 parents. Yeah, that's just a typical day of family gathering. And speaking about that, how do you even call your grandparents? I made this little family tree to see how would you call them. Ông cố Hùng thế hệ thứ nhất, đời thứ hai thuộc họ thứ ba. Do you understand this? I don't. Let's move on. Or in tháng cô Hồn, one parent might want to hire a monk. Some don't even believe in ghosts, and they finally agree to leave 5 bowls of rice for grandma. I bet grandma ghost gonna have so much diabetes in house. But that's not the only scary thing at the house. Imagine late at night and you can't find your parents, and suddenly you hear like multiple screaming from a single room. Just a friendly advice: do not enter the room, please. Your parent might watching orgy and cockroaches. So this how function as a collective and collaborative works. So there will be a dedicated family meeting room in the house, mainly for parents to debate and plan the tasks for the kid. This can be self-monitored, but once a month there will be an inspector and a therapist to calm and untangle the most difficult tasks, and to make sure that the parents stick to the plans and provide the best for the kid. So you would think that this is the war zone, right? Actually, the war zone is located in the fridge. Whose food is that? I can eat that. Don't forget to buy more milk. No, I'm actually lactose intolerant, don't you remember? This fridge is filled with so much notes and tasks that no one even bothers to look at it anymore. And imagine deciding what to eat for breakfast in the course of 5 people. Soonly, the breakfast turned into a 3 hours debate on what to eat. And how do you solve? Back to the meeting room, here we go. Everything turns into an endless debate. Even when someone dies, parents still fight over who will get the most social credit for the kid, like bidding to gain social benefit for that, and for legacy too. It's like kids had to endure a rap battle between parents every single day. Of course, it might not be as bad as it sounds. Some arguments are constructive, and people have to follow a specific guideline for a healthy debate. But the thing is, every little thing can turn into a constructive debate. Every little thing. It was supposed to lift the weight of raising a child. Now, the real nightmare isn't kid anymore. It's parents. Drugs use in my neighborhood has spiked to a historical level because after 3 hours of debating whether like soy milk causes energy imbalance or not, heroin actually starts sounding healthier. And that's just how parents have to cope with another parent. Sometimes things can turn quite unexpected. Like, who can stop a secret love between two people in a collective parent system? Some people will eventually bond with each other, and that might become a hassle in a family meeting room because they will be suspiciously coordinated, and that will undermine the fairness in debate. You can stop people from sneaking around doing something behind your back. So eventually, there will be a mess when a secret child is born within the collective parent system. And that brings up a whole new issue regarding laws, philosophy, and how other parents have to deal with that. Whose responsibility is it to take care of the kid in the same house? Who exactly is signing up for that secret kid duty? Do we split custody in 5 ways? 6? If the birth parents have to take care of that child, is it fair for us to deduct those parents from the core they have to do for the kid? What about our kid? This isn't a government supported child, so they probably have to spend their own money for this. And that would make the atmosphere in the house so much heavier. Of course, the other three won't be happy to take care of someone else's bad judgment. But then again, they couldn't just let the secret kid left there to rot. They become very hostile to this situation. And imagine the impact on the secret kid. The house slowly turns colder. Parents become more bitter and neglect the child to the point that he feels like he just doesn't belong in this house. And his parent keeps spending time fighting with the other three. And not just that, he has to live in secret, hiding from an inspector every month. Then he look at a collective child who gets all the support and love, even though his own parent had to take care of that stupid ass kid too. Why does it have to be this way? What did I do wrong? Am I just a mistake? You got 5 people dotting on you while they count every single fucking grain of rice that I ate. Why? Why? I'll fucking kill you! I know this video is a mess. Well, because it is. Which brings me to the next point. Raised by 5 parents, each have a unique mind. I would imagine that the kid would have ADHD. Not only that, but living in a system of 5 individuals, the kid have to constantly adapt and change to each parent, which might turn him into a chameleon or a people pleaser. And well, if you got a 5 different foundation in your house, how do you learn which one to trust? So the kid would have a deep trust issue. Not to mention those lengthy democracy debate, leaving the kid totally indecisive. The funny thing is, even when a people-pleasing characteristic, that kid could also be a narcissist. When 5 worlds revolve around you, how can you not think you are the sun? And finally, kids can learn to play one parent against each other and easily manipulating them. Well, does that sound like a psychopath to you? This kid is a mess. The parent is the mess. The whole house is a mess. And I am in a mess. I keep feeling like this isn't just like speculative design. It's a sociological experiment. I don't know. Maybe that's the fun of it. You keep pushing boundaries, speculating and poking around in the unknown until you stumble on something unexpected, something that you couldn't have predicted. It might not offer any neat solution or even promise to do any good, but at the very least, it forces you to confront of what you know and truly think about the possibilities. Maybe that's the whole point of the course. So, thank you for listening.